I'm here with Mavis Spencer now here at Kent Farrington Stable. Mavis, welcome to the Hampton Classic. Is this your first time?
It is. It's my first year here.
And what's it been like for you? What's your experience like so far?
Well, the weather's been amazing. Everyone told me it rains a lot usually, which makes the horse show a little bit not unbearable, but unpleasant. But the weather's been great, so that's definitely been a plus.
But you know about rainy horse shows going to Spruce Meadows over the years, don't you?
Yeah, it snowed this year the first day we were here, actually, so that was quite a surprise.
So tell me about your journey. I've watched you for years and years competing in the equitation, in basically anything that you could ever throw your leg over, which was the nicest thing about you. Coming from California, throwing your leg over any horse that you possibly could find with your trainers, Dick and Francie Carvin and Susie Schroer. Tell me about your dream of coming east and doing what you're doing now.
Well, this all actually started when Dick and Susie gave me the chance to come to Florida 2 years ago, and I was able to bring my horse, and I was a working student for them for the circuit WEF, and that's where I first met Kent. And then this past year I sort of got in touch with him about coming and helping out back here, and I started like a week before Spruce, and I've been with him since, and it's been an amazing experience. I've gotten to learn a lot.
So a couple of months here, but you're the type, as I remember, that you like taking care of the horses. Why so? Tell me about that.
I think once you have a deeper bond, when you get to the next level, it's a lot easier. Like, it's good to be able to hop on different horses, but when you start jumping a lot bigger, it's good to really know them. And it's an opportunity to learn different things about them. Like in the morning when you pull them out, you notice if they have a big leg or anything like that. So it's good to be around them a lot.
Be around them a lot, take care of them, but also, as we were talking about with Hillary Dobbs, she said, Scott, every one of my horses has a different personality. What during your time in the stable, how can you get to know them a little bit more? Because there's so many people out there that watch us and that are watching this coverage that, you know, are like you when you were 5 and 6 and 8 years old in Los Angeles, knowing that all you wanted to do was be at the horse show, or at least be in the stable.
Yeah. We have a lot of different horses, like in the morning when you're cleaning their stalls. Some of them are really messy. Some of them only go to the bathroom in one place, which makes it a lot easier. Some will play with you while you're doing stuff like that. And especially like on the cross ties when you're grooming them and stuff like that, you can learn a lot of different things, whether or not they're back sore or foot sore or anything like that.
And your story is very inspiring. I have to say to you that I want more people to hear this story. But what would, if you were encouraging other young riders like yourself coming up through the ranks, what would you tell them right now? What would be one thing that you would say that you would encourage them to do?
I would have to say that hard work gets noticed. That's how I got in touch with Andre last year. I went and helped out at his farm, and the next year when I came back, I was given a couple nicer horses to ride because he knew that I put a lot of hard work into it and that it was something that I really wanted to do, and people notice that, and they want to help you when you're want to help them, sort of.
Well, it's funny you say that, because having not talked to you about that, we spoke to Kent earlier this week about it, and I said to Kent, I do recall that you were at Andre Dignelli's, and he said, I was a working student. I did anything I possibly could to have an equitation horse to ride, and he said, and Andre was the first one to step up. And what about inspiring other young riders to do what you're doing, becoming working students? How do you feel about that?
I think it's a great thing. You learn a lot about the horses, and just being around people like the 2 girls that I work with, I learn a bit about them every day and more from them. I wouldn't say I'm a groom, but at this point, I can take one of his horses to the ring and be comfortable doing that. And just being around Kent, learning about how you get sponsorships together and stuff like that.
Well, the sponsorships are so important right now because we're dealing more than ever in horse sports and any sport right now. We need our sponsors, the owners who continue to support our riders like Kent Farrington, very important. But you know a little bit of something about the show business world because your mom, Alfre Woodard, certainly you grew up watching her and watching her in Hollywood and dealing with her own, the ups and downs of show business. How is it the same?
Well, I guess in both worlds you face a lot of rejection, whether or not you want to get cast for a certain part and it's given to someone else, or if you want a certain owner to buy you a horse and it gets sold before you can have it, or if you have a horse that you think will take you to certain places and it's sold before you can get there. You deal with a lot of disappointment, but at the same time, you put a lot of hard work into everything you do, so.
And it makes you stronger, doesn't it? Well, I know your mother has been there for years, always being in support of you when you were growing up in the horse show world. I know she's proud of you, just like Dick and Francie and Susie Schroer, because you are what it's about. You're a hard worker. You love the horses. You're passionate about your sport, and I know we're going to be seeing you for years to come, and I think most likely with your own stable. So Mavis, Spencer, I know it's a busy time for you. You have more horses to ride and more horses to take care of for Kent Farrington's stable, but we're back here at the tack room at Kent Farrington's, just a little bit of a different view. Different view for people who are interested in becoming more involved in the horse world. Mavis Spencer's story is certainly inspiring. We're here at the Hampton Classic. We'll be back in a moment.